HAPS News. And I'm here every day, every weekday at 5:30, and I'm going to draw something that we're talking about that's in the news, and get your comments and talk about it. So hope you guys are well. It's a big day. It's a little exciting, a little nerve-wracking. We don't know what's going to happen. It's election day here in the U.S. As everybody knows, I think around the world we're being supported. I got an email this morning from a cartoonist friend of mine in Israel with his cartoon about our election. He wanted to send it to me, and he said, "We're thinking of you. I think people are thinking of us all over the world, in part because they know how difficult time it is for us, but I also think more so that they know that whoever is our president has an effect on most other places in the world. So it's in their best interest to pay attention to what's going on as well." Hi, Antonella. Election day. Hi, everybody. Adam. Hi, Adam. Thank you for the award. So my job as a cartoonist and writer is to reflect what I see and what I hear and what I'm feeling and observing. And you can go to other broadcasters here on HAPS or on CNN or NBC or CBS or MSNBC and hear them tell you the news and tell you what's going on. And I sometimes do that. I often draw about something that's in the news, an article that I read or something that we're all talking about, an event. But sometimes I just try to get a mood of what's going on, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. If you just join us, it's Liza Dunn. I'm a cartoonist and a writer, and I do a live draw thing every weekday here for HAPS TV. And I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute and draw for you. But I just wanted to tell you what I'm sensing is a certain calm, which is fantastic. I woke up really nervous and full of anxiety because I didn't know what the day was going to bring. Stores were boarded up in New York and in Atlanta and in Philadelphia and other places too. Those are the three I was aware of, in anticipation of possible violence, and that we still may have violence. But so far we have not had any violence. Things have been going smoothly. People are behaving. They're voting. They're not assaulting each other. It's like we have to be grateful for this. And there's been some glitches, but poll workers and officials are on it and they're taking care of it. I'm trying to think if I can remember what they are, but there have been some problems that are being fixed. And I'm sorry, I don't remember them right now. But you can go online and find out on the New York Times right in a few seconds. But I think I'll turn the camera around and draw for you. Abolish the police? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't agree with you. We need police. Reform the police system, yes. Not abolish it. We have to have police. But it's clearly problematic. So let me turn the camera around and you can watch me draw something. I've been doing cartoons for my whole professional life. That's what I do. I also write and I publish books and public speaking and draw and listen to people. I just listen to people. So I have a drawing in mind and I'm trying to think what kind of material to use, whether I should use some line here, a pen or a brush, or I do have some charcoal, but I think I might stick with the pen tonight. Are you guys watching the returns? They don't know anything yet. Hi, Mark from LA. How do you feel about the outcome of either candidate winning the election? How do I feel? I don't know, but how I feel that Biden has the edge right now, that polling is better than it was in 2016, or at least they're learning to be more accurate, more, I don't know. But I just was reading, Biden is up 10 points nationally. But what I'm sensing, since hasn't been any violence or conflict today. It's really quite good, and makes me feel better about things. So that's what I'm drawing about. People are wearing masks. I did learn today I thought that was interesting that there in some states, I guess I don't know where this was. There are uh, tents for people that want to vote without wearing a mask. Isn't that interesting? Some people are so stuck on not wearing masks that they're not gonna wear it when they vote. I sound like Katie Siegel. Who's Katie Siegel? How long have you been drawing? Since I was 7 years old. I've been working for the New Yorker magazine as a cartoonist for over 40 years, and I work for a lot of different publications too, not just the New Yorker. This is a simple drawing. Sometimes I do more complicated things, but today I wanted to express something that I'm feeling right now, which is that everybody's getting along, and they're voting, and they're proud to be able to vote. If you go online, you'll see so many people publishing photographs of themselves with their "I voted" stickers. That's what I'm sensing. Is a record turnout. This is going to be probably the most well, how do I put it? The most people voted ever in the history of our country voting. So I have to wait a few minutes for this to dry. And so, with so many people voting, it might favor Biden. From my limited knowledge of history, in that Democrats like it when more people come out to vote, more so than Republicans. Correct me, somebody, if I'm wrong. This is my palette with my inks. I use inks called dyes. They're actually very bright colors, and this is sort of supposed to be a white person's skin color, because it doesn't come in a bottle, so I have to mix it up. So what I'm sensing today is that the country is coming together, at least for this day, in the fact that we are proud that we have the right to vote. Unfortunately, I can't paint this because it's just gonna bleed. So maybe I can put the words on the flag, so I have some ideas for words on the flags. Where's my pen? So hopefully we'll continue to come together, whoever wins. There was an interesting story on CNN this afternoon wherein it was in Houston, Texas. The reporter, I forget who the reporter was. I apologize to the reporter. I don't remember. So it was an interesting story. He found a road, pretty busy road in Houston, where there were Trump supporters on one side and Biden supporters on the other side of the road, and they were constantly jeering at each other, talking, yelling, and taunting each other. No physical violence, but just yelling at each other. And this one man that the CNN reporter interviewed was a Biden supporter, and he apparently, they didn't show it because it happened before the reporter showed up. This Biden supporter went over to the other side of the road to give a hug to the Trump supporters, because he said something like, "Oh, we're all human. In the end, we're all human beings, and we're in this together. And I just wanted them to know that I care about them." And that was the sentiment I came away with today. Made me feel really good and positive. It's been a rough time during this election season, particularly to hear the vitriol and the anger and the fighting and the meanness and the violence. Um, so I'm gonna have to leave this the way it is and paint it later because it's gonna bleed if I paint it now. But the point of the drawing is that these two people are from different sides of the aisle in terms of their political persuasion, and yet they're able to come together over the fact that they voted. This is a right we have, and we should be very happy that we have that right, and we need to protect it at all costs. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hi, Brett. Hi, Peter from Seattle. Do you have a favorite piece of yours? No, I just do cartoons and then move on. I just keep drawing. I draw a lot. I draw all the time. I don't have a favorite cartoon really. They're all like my children. Uh, let's see. Just read 26 million early voters that didn't vote at all in 2016 have voted early. Wow, Barbara Sutliff, thank you. Poison Soup says, I just hope the violence goes as far as verbal harassment. That's bad, but I just hope no one gets hurt. I agree. That's my worry today. That's what I woke up worrying about. It was the violence. And so far we haven't seen any today. Hi, Olive. COVID, no hugs. I know. They're kind of like doing a social distance hug. It's a drawing. Why are both wearing masks? Because they are being responsible. Hola, Alejandro. What else? So I feel like I should draw some more for you because I can't finish this because it's still wet. How are you guys feeling about the election? See, this is how the idea came together. I started drawing something like this. Like, people are coming together today. They're doing their duty. They're voting. They're coming out. They're being kind to each other. They're not being mean. So far, so good. There was intel apparently about Trump people. Excuse my no. I think it was just Trump people causing violence in these various cities. That's why they boarded up some stores in New York and Philadelphia. Mark, you're nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous too. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, quietly nervous, Brett says. Barbara says, I texted my fingers off. Trump 2028? You want him to be president that long? What else can I draw for you? Let's put this back in here. So today I did a drawing for Medium that had people, see, I can't remember that people have to wear masks in my drawings. I always put the nose first, and so I get stuck on that. So I did a drawing earlier today of people standing in line voting. In fact, I went to my local voting place. I voted on Saturday, so I didn't go to vote today, but I went to just see what was going on. And I wanted to draw the polling place, but there was nobody in line. It was very quiet. I think that's true of many places. So many people have voted already that there just weren't anybody in line. There wasn't anybody in line, or maybe I just was at the wrong time of day. So the drawing I did today for Medium was people in line voting, and they were all thinking different things. Like, did I bring, ID? And in fact, you don't have to have ID, but probably some people were thinking I should have ID. Or will there be donuts? See, I forget. Can you see what I'm doing? Am I in the frame? So if you go to Medium, you can see my drawing of people waiting in line to vote and saying various things. Why is this like that? Mark says you do need ID in many states. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was not needed. So I will be watching the rest of the evening. I'll be watching the news. Let's see. This is a very short person. What should he be thinking? Because we had early reports in the last couple of weeks of people with bringing guns to the polls, and that worried me. Hi, Pablo. So a lot of people will be sitting at home, like me, glued to the TV with my spouse and our cats. I'm just drawing now. I did a cartoon earlier. If you just joined us, maybe I'll have a glass of wine. My husband doesn't really drink much. He'll have a glass of wine, but we don't, neither of us really look like this. So just so I'm not doing caricatures. And we'll have our computers nearby, checking the computers. Here's the TV. I'm holding the phone now. Cup of coffee for him. Cat. This is most of America will be doing this. Some women are wearing pearls tonight in to honor Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I have pearls, but I may put them on. I don't know. So there's the scene. TV's there. That's what we're gonna be doing tonight. I don't know about you guys. Brett, thank you, Brett. Let's see. Barbara says, looking at your comments. Just drove around my neighborhood, and many of the businesses are boarded up. Oh, in LA? Mark said that. Do you guys think there's going to be violence? The swing state of North Carolina will know the result at 8 p.m. tonight. We count early before Election Day. How often do you draw? I draw every day. Let's see. I'm reading your comments. I've been watching so much news these past couple of years that I can't believe we actually know something. We will actually know something. Try not to have PTSD. I'm with you on that, Barbara. Happy Election Day, Clerk Kent. Liza, do you get art block often? Art block. Yeah, sure. Art block. Cartoonist block. Yeah, there's times when you can't come up with ideas. It's a part of the process. Yeah, so this is what I did earlier if you just joined us. I was talking about how I feel like the country has come together, at least for the day, over the fact that we can vote, that we have the right to vote, and it's working fairly well so far. We will see. Thank you. Flynn Parrish says my drawings are delightful. Thank you. Barbara says I heard that too, and some were going to wear Chuck Taylors for Kamala and Ray-Bans for Joe. Yeah, I have my Chucks. I wore them yesterday, and I have a hat, a Kamala hat, with my drawing on it of her saying I'm speaking. So I will paint this in later when it dries, and I'll probably post it on Medium if you want to see the final drawing. It's a very simple drawing. Sometimes simple is good. Sometimes it's boring. But I'm trying to say how we come together on this day for voting. Um, all right. Well, that's all I have for today, you guys. I wonder why people. Lauren, hi, Lauren. I wonder why people don't say we voted. Hmm. Well, because they're one person and they voted. Well, I voted, and they can't speak for other people, right? Who knows? Um, well, I wish I had more to draw for you guys. That's a picture of me and my husband, and tonight we're going to be glued to the TV. Um, as most of America will, and we won't know anything tonight, most likely. Uh, but we might. We might have a good idea. So I'll turn you around and say goodbye. So thank you for joining me, and good luck tonight, everybody. Please don't get into any fist fights. Thankfully, it's getting dark. It is dark here on the East Coast, so hopefully there won't be any violence now. But we just don't know, and I hope there won't be. But please stay safe. Don't get into fist fights. Wear your mask, and I will see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. 5:30 every day. I draw during the week for HAPS News. I do a different drawing, talk about the news, and answer your questions. Thank you, Mark. Great to see you. Always a diversion on such a stressful day. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I can be a diversion. That's partly my job as a cartoonist. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have something more to talk about, I'm sure.